Okay, so we're going over accountability and the standards movement. So basically, how can we use technology to help our students reach the Common Core standards and the standards we have with departments? So, first up, why we use technology. One, it promotes creativity. It enhances learning by providing new ways to be interactive. Instead of doing it face-to-face, they can now use technology to do different forms of interacting. And it also prepares students for the technology-based world we live in. So doing even things like Google Docs and Google Slides teaches them really important technology skills. How can technology help students meet required curriculum standards? So looking specifically at English and social studies as our focus, they can really help with the research process. And I'll show you some examples of how that can be done. We can use technology for problem solving, again, collaboration with peers. We can use technology to practice our grammar, and to make our grammar as perfect as can be. And we can use technology to test for understanding. Okay, so my first idea I had was, in the Common Core standards, there's a lot of standards focused on finding evidence for papers and other things like that. So a different way, instead of saying, okay, here's the text, find the evidence for your claim or whatever, why not use selfies? The kids love it, and it's just a fun and different way. So here is actually an example from a 9th grade student that I had last year at my old school. So he read the book, The Seawolf, and his assignment was to use a camera and to create 9 selfies that showed us the changing of the character Wolf Larson over time throughout the book. And so we used the website PicMonkey.com, which is a really cool photo editing site. And so he did 9 selfies, and he played around with the photo editing. He put some scratches on his face and made his eyes yellow. And then what he did was he told us the emotion or the state that the character was in. So with his book for picture 1, he's showing that the character's smart, and then he provides textual evidence from the book to prove that he had that characteristic. So it goes all the way down, and the student did a great job with explaining how that picture shows this emotion with finding evidence with it.
Did you find the phone in the bathroom?
I did not. So that's an idea, to use selfies to help students find evidence in a text. Another cool site I like to use is called Toondoo. And Toondoo, yeah, and it's a cartoon making website. So they can get on it and create however many different panels that they want. So if they just want to do one picture or like a 6 section comic, that's up to them. And I did an example here from To Kill a Mockingbird. And so this is the scene where the teacher, Miss Caroline, points at the student who has the cooties, and so I put a little bug on his head. But you can use cartoons, even if you don't want to use technology. Cartoons are a great way for analyzing, understanding, making sure that students understand the text, for grammar, and much more. So what I did recently was I went over there, and 222.
Oh yeah.
And I had my students use there, and 222 correctly in the comic somehow.
Okay.
So it's just kind of a fun and different way to make sure they're understanding grammar.
And did you have them in the computer lab then?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes. And it was really easy. You just go to the website, you sign up for it, it saves their work. And so just kind of a new
and then did you look at them? Can you look at them to score them, or did they print them out?
They printed them
Okay.
out. So it comes out with our printer black and white, but just looked at it, and yeah, it was kind of a fun activity.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. This one is called Go Animate, and I don't have a sample for this one, but this is a free website where students can create animated videos. And I think the free version is like they can make a 30-second video.
Oh yeah.
So they just log in and see if I can quickly log in. And it's really cool because students like to be creative, so it teaches them photo editing, or not photo editing, video editing skills. So it teaches them like to splice a frame and to get rid of it, and they can add characters to the scene.
Oh yeah, that's
And
easy.
move them around, and there's different expressions the character can do.
Now, answer me this. Chromebooks. Do you
Yeah.
have to have an app for this for Chromebooks, or how does that work? Do you know, can you do this on Chromebooks?
That's a good question. I'm not
Okay.
sure. I haven't worked with the Chromebooks.
Well, I don't
No
know. I just,
idea.
you know, yesterday and today's my first time.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I need
Yeah.
to play around with those.
Because
especially
it
for
was
testing.
nice having them in the classroom.
Oh, was it? And it was
Yeah.
just so handy to have
Oh,
it
it
there.
was so
and not
handy
go
because
down
I
to
had
the
everything I needed. If I needed something, you know, it's nice having it in the classroom. So if they could do this inside the classroom, that'd be
I
excellent.
know that'd be good just to have it handy and
Yes.
like play with it for 20 minutes and put it away and save the hassle of going down to the computer lab.
Yeah.
So that's an example, and animated videos, as well as the next one I'm going to show you, are a great way for, say you're reading a book and there's a section maybe that's difficult that they don't get. If they have to read it over and recreate the scene, such as like with a cartoon maker or with animation, they're getting those specific details.
Mhm.
And so that's a great way to check for understanding, as well as stop motion video. And now this one is an app.
Oh.
Okay, so this can be done with iPads or even if they have their iPhones. And the app that I use, there's tons of different ones, but this is a free one. And it's Stop Motion Studio app. And what this does is, this is an example, it's not educational, but I took my dog's toys just
So
to
cute!
try it out. And so here's the stop motion video. Did I name it?
I love it!
It was really cool.
Oh, the kids would love
I
it.
know, I think it was so much fun.
So you had to move those things
A
though?
little bit at a time. Yeah, it took a while. I think it was like over 200 still
Yeah.
shots,
Oh
like pictures,
man.
for a 43-second video. And you can add music to it.
So cute.
And so that would be good. So that would be a cool way, again, to check for understanding or for them to recreate a scene or analyze a scene of a book or a text.
Have you seen
You
stop
missed-
motion? 'Cause
You
it's
missed the
pretty
cute video.
Yeah.
That's my dog's toy.
Yes.
Why aren't they all torn up, Louis?
Oh, it's a small dog.
Oh.
It's a small dog. So the next tool I want to show you is called eMaze, and it's a presentation site that creates, presentations like you think of it like PowerPoint, Google Slides, Prezi, things like that. But I actually prefer eMaze over all of them, and this is a tool that I just recently discovered, and I wish I would have discovered it a while ago. The reason why I like it so much is because it's very entertaining, and the themes and the background choices and the way it navigates from one side to the next is very entertaining, and it just keeps kids interested, versus the typical PowerPoint or Google Slides themes. It's just something different, and I think kids really like that. And I like it better than Prezi. Prezi kind of can do that, but Prezi, in my opinion, is very difficult to create your own presentation. You get your template of maybe 5 slides, and it's easy to do that. But if you want to add more slides to the slideshow that's already pre-made for you, it gets kind of complicated because you have to navigate the direction you want to go with your slides, and you have to do different arrows and different movements, and it just gets really complicated in my opinion. So I'm going to quickly log in. the home screen. And so here are some presentations I've made before. And you can explore the different themes. And there's tons of options: business, education, sports, health. And so it's kind of cool, even when students are making these, they just get to explore the different options and have a really creative side to it. So I'm going to create a new presentation. And so for example, say I want to do this theme, the school theme. And this chalkboard theme actually has 4 different themes. It has a chalkboard, a blackboard, a paper theme, as well as kind of like a notepad theme. So I'll just choose the blackboard one. And so this is how it starts off. So you have your title page to begin with. And you can, of course, customize it as you like. If you don't like something that it gives you, you can get rid of it or get something back. You know, it's very easy. You can adjust the sizes. Your options are up here. So you can like crop your pictures, and you can do borders and a whole bunch of different things. Add text. So say I want to create a new slide. So I'm going to go to the plus button at the top, create slide, and I actually have different options for my next slide. I could do a blank one if I just want to create my own, or here are some ideas. So say, oh, I really like those pictures, and I'm just going to get rid of the word globe. That might be an option. So to get rid of something, you just click on it and delete it. And you can move these around if you like. All right, and then say you want to add a text. So it gives you the option, text, title, numbers. I'll start with my title, and it's kind of cool because it has, you know, that chalkboard type of feel to the title. Like, why school is cool. Okay, so that's my title. And if I want to add some text below that, I would insert text. You can play with the text box, so expand it to your liking. You can move the text around. This is the alignment, so you can have their text in the center, at the end. You can add bullets, and kind of cool on this theme, the bullets are little pencils for the school theme. The way you change the text size is a little different than, you know, selecting a number. You actually adjust it on this scale. So obviously that one is going to be a lot bigger, and you can see it adjusting as I go down. All right, but I'm just going to create some different slides here so you can kind of see the overall outcome of the final product. Okay, maybe more. All right, so this is the final product. Okay. All right, starting at the beginning. The way it navigates from one slide to the next is kind of cool. You don't have your normal, you know, just go to the next slide, going across the screen. It does a lot of zooming in and zooming out, and I think that really keeps students engaged. And just the fact that it's on a fun background, different clip art, different, you know, different things than what you're normally used to with creating a presentation, and you can share it very easily. And if you don't have one of these options, but you just want a link to share it, you can do that as well. And so very easy to manage, very easy to do. You can download it. So for example, share. Okay, and then you can choose your setting. Here's the shareable link. Just copy and paste that and send that in an email, or send it to put it on your website, things like that. So moving on to what role technology skills play in children's education. One, it builds confidence. It promotes creativity. And also students learn numerous technology skills such as editing, formatting, research, collaboration, all those types of skills, and much more. And it also encourages students to be independent. I've had several times where I've had students draw something and they say, I can't draw well, I don't know if I can do this. And so they don't have to worry about drawing specifically, such as with the cartoon maker or anything like that. They can show us their creative side while at the same time achieving different standards and goals and things like that.